So, with so much turmoil in the stock market and certainly in the banking industry, some of my clients have come to me and said, I want to buy a house as an investment. I don't want to be out there in the stock market anymore. I just want to have something tangible. And it made me think about investors, or different investors that I work with. I call them the move out investor, fixer investor, there's the rollover investor, and the multifamily investor. The first classic one is they buy their first house, they keep it, they save up money, they buy their next house, and they keep their first house as a rental. And that's a good way to do it. But the tough thing with that is that you get emotionally attached to your first house. And then if you go back and a tenant has absolutely trashed the house, it is very painful. Whereas a home that you have never lived in, you might not have that emotional attachment to it. And then I have a friend, they own 5 properties here in Woodland just doing that. Their first home to their next home, but they kept it, and then they bought their next one, but they kept the two, and the money from those two helped them save money to buy another one. And now they live in Sacramento in a beautiful home in Land Park, and but they still have their 5 properties here in Woodland. If you're handy, you can buy a cheap fixer-upper, and they will buy a cheap fixer-upper, fix it all up, or at least get it livable, and then go ahead and do it that way. That's one way to go. It's best if you're handy. And then I have some people I've been working with lately who are selling their first investment property and rolling them over into a duplex. And I love that from a cash flow point of view. A $500,000 duplex is going to generate a lot more income than a $500,000 single family home. So if you're looking for more cash flow without a heck of a lot of money out of your pocket, you can take your first investment and roll it over into a duplex. I love multiple units from a cash flow point of view. But I can say that a friend and I owned a fourplex. There were 4 little cottages on one lot, and from a cash flow point of view, they just made tons of money. But what I discovered is there are 4 water heaters to go out, 4 new roofs to put on the property, 4 heaters to go out, 4 rents to collect. The maintenance was so much higher than we had originally planned on. So that's the one thing I would caution too, is if you have those type of properties, you're going to have a lot more that you're going to need to invest. And what I also discovered is small 1 bedroom cottages, there's a lot more turnover. I've seen people rent a property for 25 years and never move, but we had a lot of turnover in those little 1 bedrooms as well. And so that we lost a little bit of money that way because of the vacancy factor.